Hey there, welcome to my video. Today I'm going to show you how I built this restaurant for my park. I'm going to show you the time lapse of me building it from start to finish, and I'd like to offer commentary on my inspiration and references. If that sounds like something you're interested in, keep watching, you found the right video. If this is your first time seeing a video of mine, welcome, hello. I'm so glad you're here. My name is Callie. I am a big coaster nerd and a big gaming nerd. This is my first time making a video like this. I don't consider myself a great builder, but I am aspiring to be one. I usually just build coasters as standalone diorama projects, and I really want to be able to create a world for these coasters to live in. So please, make yourself comfortable and join me in this journey of building the chateau. Going into this project, my main intent was to create a big fancy restaurant to serve as a statement piece for my main street. This main street area is going to be heavily inspired by New York. So naturally, I looked to different New York buildings for inspiration, and I found this one called the Ansonia, I think that's how you say it, and I thought it was it looked perfect for what I wanted. I didn't know exactly how I wanted the building to look, but I did know I wanted to name it the Chateau, which I think lends itself to French architecture, and the Ansonia was a perfect reference for that. Now, I'm not trying to recreate it one-to-one by any means. One, because I do not want an exact replica of a real building in my park, and two, I don't hate myself. I'm not trying to do all that. What I am doing is trying to glean an impression of what the building looks like and kind of capture that essence in the pieces that I use here. I like to think of it like an impressionist painting, where if you kind of squint or look from a distance, it might as well be the Ansonia. But when you look up close, it is actually my own version of it. I want to quickly apologize in advance for how crazily the camera moves around in this video. My building process is very slow and meticulous as I figure out how to build. I move the camera around a lot to check every single angle, and I take a long time. I think I had to condense about 15 hours of footage because I build so slow, so the footage is going to be moving very fast, and I apologize. I am open to feedback on this as well. I do plan to make more build videos like this in the future. I didn't want this first one to be too long, like they're over 30 minutes, so that's why I sped up the footage so much. But if you would rather see slower footage in a longer video, please do let me know. Like I said, I'm constantly checking how my build looks from the ground, because that's probably the most important thing to me, in this build at least, is that the guest perspective of the building looks good. I'm trying to play with some forced perspective here. You can see I removed one row of windows because it was kind of ruining the illusion. I wanted for the building to look taller than it really is. Now I'm taking on the challenge of translating my flat wall design to this circular section. I purposefully didn't want to make my flat wall design too intricate because I knew I would have to do this, and it definitely proved to be a challenge, you know, how to keep the design while making it look circular even though all pieces I used were flat. But with the help of angle snapping and disguising any corners that I had to cut, I think I did a pretty bang up job of making the design look circular. Here's where the sorcery DLC and the new update dropped in the middle of me building this, so I am laying out every single new piece in the pack. And my god, do I just have to say, I am in love with everything. This pack is so up my alley for the types of pieces that I like to use, and it is perfect for the theme of my area, which I guess now would be a good time to talk about that. And by the way, quick shout out to the new grid piece rotations. I needed that so bad for this roof, and it came in at the perfect time, so thank you. But yes, as I mentioned, this area is inspired by New York, but more specifically, it's inspired by this game called Deadlock. It is currently under development by Valve, and it takes place in the city called the Cursed Apple, which is a version of New York that is twisted and dark, and the art direction takes so much inspiration from noir and the occult. The aesthetic of the game is just so amazing. I could truly rave about that game for hours, but I don't want to shill too hard, and we're here for Planet Coaster, okay? So this next area in my park is going to be a tribute, an homage to the Cursed Apple. If I'm being honest, I play so much Deadlock that when I'm playing Planet Coaster, I still want to be playing Deadlock. So I thought, well, let's make it in Planet Coaster. Now, at first I was going to recreate the map of Deadlock, but it is designed to be a MOBA map and not a theme park. So I am going to be taking a lot of creative liberties. This is going to be inspired by the Cursed Apple. It's not going to be a replica. I hope you can see how the pieces in the sorcery pack lend themselves perfectly to a version of New York that is kind of cursed and has magic and crime and murder and mystery and all that. I am just beyond excited about this pack, and I haven't even touched the coasters yet, and coasters are my main thing. So that is testament to how passionate I am about creating this area. Like, oh, I'm just so excited, man. I really have a lot of fun making intricate stone pieces out of these little bits and bobs, I guess. You can really mash together these pieces in so many different ways to create lots of different effects, and I think they all look good, especially from a distance. At this point, all of the hard work on the facade was finished, and it was just a matter of finishing up any edges and adding all these nice details. I find myself getting stuck when I'm building quite often because the build doesn't look exactly how I want it to yet, which is so counterintuitive, but it's real. And working on this project has taught me a lot about patience and trusting the process. One of the mantras that I think really helps me in this process is to make it exist first, then make it good later. It will never cease to amaze me how much a little bit of greenery and accessories can completely transform the way you feel about your build. I'm starting a very bare bones layout of the inside of the restaurant. Believe it or not, I was not planning to do an interior, at least not for this video, but I did have this idea for the host stand at the front and kind of a bar section at the back. So I wanted to at least lay that out. And by the way, these tables are a wonderful blueprint. The majority of the work in this is mine, but any blueprints that are seen in this video will be credited in the description, and I'll bring it up as well, of course. So like I said, I wasn't planning to finish the interior for this video, but once I put these pillars down, man, I don't know what happened. I was struck by inspiration. I had a vision. I just had to carry it out and keep doing the interior. So there's not really one specific reference that I'm using for this. I'm really kind of just using my collective impression of all these beautiful ornate interiors that I've seen in my life before. Obviously a lot of European influences, and this is also where that big palette of pieces that I laid out comes in real handy. Every time I run out of inspiration for what piece to use next, I kind of just pick something that I think would look nice and slap it on and see how it looks. This little bar stool set is another blueprint I'm using. It's absolutely amazing, though it would be kind of cool if there were functional stools or even just singular chairs in the game. And these nice little bottles you're seeing here are the final blueprint that I used in this build. I got inspiration for this bottle slash glass holder, as well as kind of the shape of the bar, from this image of a restaurant that I found. And this bar area quickly became probably my favorite part of the build. Once I established the main style of my interior, finishing the rest of it was super easy. It was just a matter of filling in all the gaps on the walls. I think the most stressful part of building for me is laying down the groundwork and the foundations for everything, and the most fun part is adding all these nice little intricate details. And I think my favorite part of doing this whole build was doing the ceiling. Firstly, because I just absolutely love the look of this. Is it called molding? I guess I should look it up. Okay, yes, I had it right. Go me. Decorative molding on the ceiling is just so beautiful to me, and it really tied everything together on the inside. I'm just obsessed with it.
When it comes to writing songs, I think I could be anywhere. I mean, inspiration doesn't come from sitting on a beach somewhere and trying to write a song. I mean, inspiration, or songs at least, come from moments of inspiration that can arise out of just about any situation you could ever find yourself in, from the most mundane to the most magical sort of situation.
And with that, there we have it. The chateau is finished and open for business and ready to serve. I hope you enjoyed seeing the build process, and I hope, at the very least, this video was entertaining, if not maybe inspiring or educational. Regardless, I thank you so much for joining me today. If you made it this far into the video, I appreciate you so much. This build is available as a blueprint. The share code will be in the description if you want a fancy restaurant in your park. And if you want to see future work from me, please consider subscribing. And let me know your thoughts on this build in the comments. Okay, goodbye.